Hello everyone, so welcome you to CBTV today. So continue practicing part 1 IELTS with me through several topics. So the first one, science. What did you learn in science class? In science class, so I learned about a wide range of scientific concepts covering physics, chemistry, and biology. So the classes laid groundwork for my understanding of the natural world and scientific principles. However, I must admit that during my terms or practical experiments were not as emphasized in our curriculum as they are now. So I believe that today students have more opportunity for hands-on experience in science, which I find to be an excellent approach to learning. Do you want to know more about science? Certainly. I have a keen interest in science and a strong desire to expand my knowledge in various scientific fields. I'm particularly drawn to the intricacies of the human brains. It provides insight into human behavior and decision making. Additionally, the ocean has always fascinated me, and I'm eager to learn more about its mysteries from undiscovered species to complex ecosystem. Why I used to rely on reading science books and articles to satisfy my curiosity, I now prefer watching documentaries on platforms like Netflix. So these documentaries provide both informative content and visually engaging presentations. So in summary, so I have a profound curiosity for science and a continuous thirst for knowledge in various scientific areas. So to watch science TV programs, certainly. So I usually watch scientific programs that excel in presenting intricate scientific topics in manner that is both accessible and engaging. For instance, I've been captivated by programs that delve into the mystery of the human brain, exploring the intricate workings of the neuroscience. Additionally, I'm deeply interested in oceanic and wildlife ecosystem series such as Sea or Our Planet. So, these science TV programs are not only informative, but also serve as a source of entertainment that combines educational with fascination. So they are a valuable resource for anyone looking to broaden their understanding of the scientific world. Noise. So do you think the series is noisy? Yeah, the city can indeed be quite noisy, particularly during the peak hours and in densely populated areas. Factors such as heavy traffic, ongoing construction work, or bustling public gatherings all contribute to the cacophony. As an example, so if you consider Ho Chi Minh City, the city I am currently residing in, as a prime illustration of a bustling metropolis filled with noise and activity. What makes the city noisy? Certainly, so the cacophony, that means unpleasant sound, loud sound, in urban areas can be attributed to a multitude of factors. One prominent source of noise is the constant hum of vehicles, traffic with honking horns, engine roaring, and the general hustle and bustle of the commuters. Additionally, ongoing construction projects with their heavy machinery and equipment contribute significantly to the urban glamour. Industrial processes and factories also generate a fair share of noise pollution, particularly in manufacturing districts. Furthermore, social events and gatherings such as festivals, parades, and concerts often amplify the city noise level. So all these elements combine create a bustling auditory landscape that characterize many urban environments. What types of noise do you come across in your daily life? So, in my daily life, so I encounter abundance of noise from various sources. So during my daily commute, so I often subject to relentless traffic noise with blaring car horns and the roar of engines um, ec- echoing through the streets. In my neighborhood, so construction noise has become a constant companion with the clattering of machinery and the pounding of hammers disrupting the peace. Additionally, on weekends or during special events, so I sometimes have to face, with the booming music from nearby gatherings or festival, which can be quite intrusive. So these examples illustrate the diverse sources of noise pollution that urban dwellers like myself regularly face. Okay, so next question. So daily routine. Okay, so what is your daily routine? My daily routine is quite construct and begins with waking up early in the morning. After waking up, so I engage in morning yoga and a short meditation section to calm my mind and set a positive tone for the day. Following this, I have a healthy breakfast, which I sometimes prepare at home and other times opt to eat out for the sake of convenience. Once my morning routine is complete, I turn on my laptop and focus on work-related tasks and meetings throughout the morning. I thought that it is the most productive time of the day for me. And in the afternoon and evening, I dedicated time to studying languages, especially Chinese, as part of my personal development goals. The majority of my day is spent at home where I can fully concentrate on my work and study tasks. So this routine helps me stay organized and make the most of my day. So do you usually have the same routine every day? Why my workdays follow a consistent routine, weekends offer more flexibility. I often use weekend for relaxation, hobbies, and spending time with loved ones. So what part of your day do you like best? As I already mentioned to you, so the part of my day that I like best is the morning. It's a fresh start, I felt, very energized and motivated to tackle the day's challenges. During these times, my mind is more receptive to absorbing new information, brainstorming, and tackling challenging tasks. The routines allow me to eat the frog and tackle the most challenging tasks when my cognitive abilities are at their best. Weather. So what's the weather like where you live? The weathers in my region, which is the South Vietnam, typically experiences two main seasons, so the rainy seasons and the dry seasons, due to a tropical climate, where we don't have the full spectrum of four seasons like in the northern regions. The weather here is generally mild and pleasant. Do you prefer cold or hot weather? I prefer moderately. I prefer moderately cool weather, so I enjoy both cold and hot weather to some extent. However, I'm not a fan of extreme temperatures. I have chronic sinusitis. Yeah, I have a chronic sinusitis. So when the weather turns too cold, I usually suffer from headaches and runny nose, which can be quite irritating. So do you prefer dry or wet weather? I prefer dry weather because it's more comfortable for outdoor activities and doesn't cause humidity related discomfort. Wet weather in a tropical climate can lead to issues like skin rashes, which are very unpleasant and itchy. So, do you get in the habit of checking the weather forecast? No. I must admit that I don't have the habit of regularly checking the weather forecast. I typically consult it when I have a specific outdoor plans or traffic or travel arrangement. So checking the forecast help me prepare appropriately and make well-informed decisions. However, for everyday activities, so I don't routinely check the weather. Writing. So do you like writing a lot? Yeah, I engage in writing quite frequently. So writing integral part of both my professional responsibilities and personal interest and my work. So I regularly compose reports, email, and various forms of written communication. Additionally, I actively participate in online discussion and social media communication relevant to my field. On a personal level, so I maintain a journal as a mean to self-reflection and expression. So, what do you like to write and why? I have a deep appreciation for various forms of writing, but what truly resonates with me is journaling. Journaling encompasses a wide array of topics, from documenting daily life events to reflecting on personal experiences and emotions. The reason I find journaling so compelling is twofold. Firstly, it provides an avenue for me to express my thoughts and unleash my creativity. Secondly, and perhaps more importantly, journaling serves as a healing process. As someone who tends to overthink and analyze situation intensely, writing helps me to streamline and structure my thought effectively. So it acts as a therapeutic outlet, enabling me to process complex emotions and alleviate any negativity that might be weighing on me. In a sense, writing, especially journaling, has become an indispensable part of my daily life. Do you think the things you write could change? Writing, in its sense, is a dynamic and fluid process. But I firmly believe that the things I write will naturally undergo transformation and metaphor, metamorph, metamorphosis over time. So much like the chapters of the book, the content, the style, and the subject of my writing will evolve as life unfolds. As I reflect on my life, so I can see how different I am now compared to who I was a decade ago. Similarly, I anticipate that my writing will reflect these personal changes and the evolving world around me, the themes, perspectives, and even the stylistic choices in my writing are likely to shift as I gain new experiences, insight, and perspectives. So, do you prefer typing or handwriting when you are writing? I prefer typing when I need to work quickly, such as for work-related tasks. However, for personal reflection and creative writings, I enjoy the tactile um, sense of touch, the tactile experience of handwriting. Puzzle. So did you do puzzle at your childhood? Do you like doing your word puzzle or number puzzles, which is more difficult for you? Yeah, I have a memory of indulging in puzzle during my childhood. So when I learned more towards word puzzle, such as crosswords and riddles, I occasionally dabble, bad at numbers of number puzzle like Sudoku. So the activities not only provide hours of entertainment but also exercise my mind and problem solving skill. So they are a delightful blend of fun and learning, and I cherish the moment from my youth. When I do puzzles, when do you do puzzle? Do you during your trip or when you feel bored? I often do puzzle when I feel bored or want to relax. They are a great way to engage the mind and unwind. Do you think it's good for people to do the puzzle? Yes, I do believe so. Puzzle, especially number puzzles like Sudoku, are beneficial for older people as they have stimulate the cognitive functions and keep the mind active. Mhm. Okay, so now here we come to part two. Describe a difficult decision you made that had a very good result. Mm-hmm. You should say what decision it was, what difficulties you face, how you made the decision, how often do you make difficult decision, and explain why it was a difficult decision. Okay, so one of the most significant and challenging decisions that I have ever made in my life was to leave my traditional 9 to 5 job and take the bold step into entrepreneurship by launching an online fashion shop. So the decisions were a turning point that had a profound impact on my life, and it were not without its difficulties. The primary challenge I faced when contemplating this decision was how to secure the necessary fund to kickstart my online fashion venue. So, starting any business require capital for things like inventory, website development, and marketing. I explored various avenues, including tapping into my personal savings, consider loans, and even contemplating seeking investors. So each option came with its own set of risk and uncertainty, and I had to carefully evaluate which route was the most feasible and financially viable. Another significant difficulty that weighed on my mind was the fear of failure. The world of entrepreneurship can be highly unpredictable and competitive, particularly in the fashion industry. So I couldn't help but wonder, what if the business doesn't take off as I hope, and what if I can sustain it in the long run? So these doubts and concerns were a constant presence as I contemplated taking the plunge. To overcome these challenges, I need to think strategically and methodically. So I conducted extensive research, developed a comprehensive business plan, and sought advice from experienced entrepreneurs. I had to anticipate potential obstacles and formulate contingency plans. So it was a rigorous and time-consuming process, but it was essential in mitigating the risks associated with my decision. Ultimately, so what made this decision so difficult was the courage as required. Stepping away from the security of a conventional job to pursue my passion in the online fashion shop in the certain world of entrepreneurship demanded bravery. And I believe in my vision for the online fashion shop, and that unwavering determination eventually paid off. It taught me that sometimes taking calculated risks can lead to the most rewarding and transformative experience in life. I guarantee that any one of us needs to make difficult decisions sometimes. So me, so I tend to approach them with caution. I believe in taking the time to carefully assess the pros and cons of each option, especially when the outcome can have a significant impact on your life. But three, so what decision do people usually make in their daily lives? In our daily lives, people often make a wide range of decisions, both big and small. So the decision can vary from choosing what to eat for breakfast, deciding on a mode of transportation for the day, to making more significant choices like selecting a career path or deciding to start a family. Essentially, so decision making is an integral part of our daily routines, and it varies in complexity. Which is easier, making a decision by yourself or making a discussion after group discussion? Regarding whether it is isn't to make decisions individually or after a group discussion. So it slightly depend on the nature of the decision and the individual preferences. So some decisions are better made individually, especially when they are personal and do not involve other directly. For instance, choices like what to eat for breakfast, what outfit to wear for the day, or where to live are typically made more efficiently by individual based on personal references and convenience. On the other hand, complex decisions, particularly those with multiple perspectives or consequences, often benefit from group discussion. Collaborative decision making can provide a broader range of insights and expertise, making it easier to arrive at a well-rounded conclusions. For instance, so when consider whether to establish a new business venture, a decision laden with financial, human resource and expertise consideration, involving a group discussion will input with input from various stakeholders can facilitate a more confident and robust decision-making process. Why are many young people unwilling to follow their parents' advice? Many young people today may be unwilling to follow their parents' advice for several reasons. One common factor is the generation gap, where parents may not fully understand the challenges and opportunities of the present day, leading to a lack of resonance with their advice. Additionally, young people often seek to establish their independence and identity, which may involve making choices that differ from their parents' guidance. Finally, in the rapidly changing world, especially in terms of technologies and career opportunities, so mean that parents' advice may not always align with current realities. Or, for instance, so older generation might prioritize stable, traditional employment, while younger generation explore diverse and autonomous career paths. Do Vietnamese children have difficulties at school? Um, in terms of difficulties faced by Vietnamese children at school, several factors come into play. So the education system can be highly competitive and demanding with a heavy focus on academic achievements. So these pressures can lead to stress, anxiety, and burnout among students. Additionally, limited access to educational resources, overcrowded classrooms, and outdated teaching methods can also contribute to the learning challenges faced by Vietnamese students. For example, the sheer volume of students in a classroom may make it difficult for teachers to provide individualized attention to each student. What are the causes of having too many difficulties? The causes of the difficulty can be attributed to both systemic and individual factor. Systemically, education system may not always be equipped to cater to the diverse needs and learning style of students. It can also emphasize rote memorization over critical thinking and creativity. On an individual level, factors like family expectation, peer pressure, and personal challenges like the ability of taking in knowledge can compound the difficulties students face. What are the advantages of having a hard time? Despite the inherent challenges, facing difficulties circumstances can offer several advantages. Difficulties can foster resilience, enabling individuals to bounce back from setback and adversities. They also promote the development of strong problem-solving skills, as individuals are often required to find innovative solutions when navigating tough situations. Furthermore, overcoming adversity serves as a valuable learning experience, imparting crucial life skills and teaching individuals to persevere in the face of challenges. Ultimately, going through challenging times can lead to profound personal growth and an increased capacity to adapt to diverse situations. So that's it for today. I hope that you find the material useful. So see you next time. Bye bye.